What the fuck is up? It's your boy, Little Ant, Cocky Prick Vision, right back at it again. And today, man, today, I'm going to be talking about the match of the century you all should know about because it's trending everywhere, every place, all the social medias, every place, TV, whatever, newspaper, whatever. The Mayweather versus McGregor match. Yes. I'm going to talk about this today. I watched every single conference, all four. Comment below if you saw them too. Comment below and like this video if you did. And I want you guys to comment below about your opinions on every single, not just opinions, but like who won each one. Write it down there. So I should see at least 4 names, which is McGregor's or Mayweather's, each for each match. Who won each one? Anyway, the first one, we hit it on Tuesday, Los Angeles Staples Center. It looks like they were both McGregor was introducing himself, I guess, to introduce himself into the match or whatever, what he's gonna do. He states that he'll knock Mayweather out within 4 rounds, and he says, mark his words. He says, I want you guys to comment below what you guys feel about that right there. Do you guys believe, or do you guys feel like he's gonna knock his damn ass down in 4 rounds or less? I would say it's gonna be a good fucking match. It's gonna be a good ass match because I'm gonna get deep into that in a little bit. But that McGregor was he got the mic first or whatever. He's talking his his thing or whatever. He's saying what he's gonna do to Mayweather or whatever. Just explaining that it's a half a fight. He brought that out. He made that a big point that boxing is a half a fight, which he even put the light on me and said, "Oh damn, I mean, kind of sounds right because if you're in a street, you're not just gonna fist fight. You're gonna pick people up, kick them, lift them, whatever the fuck you're gonna do. That's a full fight, because I wrestled myself, and I was like, yeah, that's right. I mean, boxing kind of is a half a fight. I mean, all you're doing is just standing up. You can't do nothing else but punch, and block. That is true. I mean, it is half a fight because, people like to do freestyle shit, nowadays. They like to, lift you up. But I guess it's a sport or whatever, and people are taking it big or whatever. But, I mean, boxing is boxing. MMA is MMA. And, I really like MMA in that kind of nature because they actually do get bloody the fuck up. And they do some crazy shit. Like slam their ass and all that. Like, it's not like wrestling. It's not WWE. It's real. But anyway, I'm getting off topic about the conference one. And then Mayweather gets on the mic or whatever. Talks about his big shout out thing. Hard work, dedication thing or whatever. That's how he starts the damn. His introduction or whatever. His first introduction in the conferences. Then he yells or whatever. That's what he does. He yells. That's what he did for every single 4 fucking rounds. He yelled and kept repeating his little hard work, dedication thing or whatever. And just he was bragging. He was bragging like he was really bragging. And it's like I like McGregor in this thing because like he was talking about the match more than anything, and then talking about what he's gonna do to Mayweather in the match type thing. Mayweather gets on, talks about his money, fame, record. I guess the record makes sense into this match and thing or whatever. He is 49-0, but the money thing and talking about what is he worth and what kind of fight. Like, I don't know. Mayweather just sucks, in my opinion, at trash talking. I really would say that because he brags about his fame and he brags about his money, and that has nothing to do with it. I mean, yes, you want to, fucking say you got more money than the kid or whatever. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you've been in the game for years. I mean, of course, and that's what Mayweather was saying. He kept on making that, real big thing. Oh, I've been in the thing for 21 years, such and such, such, such. But, okay, cool, everybody knows. Is that all you have against him? Like, you're not saying anything else. That is what I pulled out of these conferences that I'm saying and whatever. He just kept saying that and this and that, and he was, I don't know. He was just talking about the money or whatever, and how big money he has, and the check thing, and McGregor points out that he owes tax and whatever, and he's just too cocky about the money or whatever, and shit like that. And then he talks about the fans or whatever, and in the crowd talking about, oh, but you're paying my bank or whatever, you're paying my, you're just paying me basically, so go fuck yourself basically. But McGregor just attacked him in every single conference. I mean, I guess Mayweather felt hate or whatever from the fans. That's why he was saying that bullshit or whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, he wasn't really talking about the boxing thing. I mean, yeah, he was talking, some shit about fucking McGregor up or whatever. Yeah, but I just took out from Mayweather that he was just bragging. That's what he does. But round one, I'm gonna say McGregor, because round one he won round one in the conference, because he was grown. I mean, the dude acted grown and shit. I mean, he was acting, he knew what he was talking about. I mean, he does have experience of knocking people the fuck out, and just like Mayweather does. I'm not just being on one side and shit. I know people are gonna be like, oh yeah, he's talking about this Mayweather and this McGregor guy, and he's being on his side the whole fucking video, and this and that. No, I bring out points and vision. That's why I want to talk about this, because people, Mayweather repeats himself. He kept on repeating himself the whole every single damn conference and shit. Yeah, McGregor was repeating himself too, but he was bringing points out. So I would say McGregor won that, because the way he was acting and the way he was introducing himself, and he just kept calm and he just fucking came out with it or whatever. But yeah, now conference 2 that I'm about to get on to, it was basically, he was getting on, the crowd was on McGregor automatically. That's because obviously, it's close to his fucking home or whatever. But all the crowd was on, there was all Irish flags or whatever there. So there was one scene or whatever. Well, McGregor grabs the fucking mic or whatever. This is why I say he won that second one. He just put him out. McGregor put Mayweather out. And I'm not just talking about the reading thing or whatever, because that was already out or whatever, with the 50 Cent thing and shit like that. I mean, he already fucking brought him out, whatever, about he can't read shit. But I'm talking about his age, why he has a bag, all the jokes that McGregor was saying. That match became that conference, I don't know why I keep on saying match. That conference got my likings, because that's why I like that conference too, because McGregor won automatically with all the jokes and shit. There was one thing that Mayweather was like, oh, fans can't fight for you or something like that. And McGregor was like, shut your fucking mouth or something like that. That shit fucking made me laugh. Yo, the shit that was coming out of McGregor's mouth when Mayweather was saying shit, and it was so funny. McGregor is a comedian. He's a boxer, but he's a comedian, man. He made this really entertaining, and I gotta give it to him right there with the conference too, that he won that one. And it was funny as hell, because Mayweather grabs the flag or whatever. He's like, you do something with that flag, you're getting fucked up or on the stage or whatever. And he grabbed his bag or whatever, and then this big ass guy grabs the bag and shit like that. But it was funny, man. It was funny. But like I said, McGregor or whatever wins both of these conferences so far, because he's saying what a boxer would say. He's saying what a person that's about to fight somebody or about to fuck someone up would say. He's stating facts. I mean, I guess a fact can't be true until it happens. But what I'm saying is like he's talking like a boxer. I mean, he's not being childish and shit like that or whatever. Because Mayweather, like I said, he's bragging and shit, talking about his years and shit like that. This is a boxing thing, and I guess Mayweather, that's his thing of trying to get into his head, in McGregor's head or whatever. But it ain't working. It's funny as shit. But then 3 now. Let's get on 3 or whatever. New York City. I guess Mayweather brought the heat or whatever. He's bringing the heat to on McGregor or whatever. When he was talking about, like I said, the same shit. It's the same shit. That's what he was saying, the same shit. And then he brings out the bag or whatever. He brings the bag out again. Brings out the stacks. Puts the fucking song on and shit, a stripping song or whatever. Throws the cash up in the air with McGregor sitting there and shit with the polar bear fucking coat and shit. But then he brings out his fucking his bodyguards and shit, and they go over there, walk over McGregor and start attacking him and shit. So I say Mayweather won that one, the third one and shit, because of all that. Mayweather brought the heat. So I'm gonna say Mayweather won that one. He changed it up a little bit, he made it different or whatever. But yeah, Mayweather won that one. But they were both tired. I can say. They were both tired with each other, with the whole thing, the second rounds or whatever. Like I say, the first 2 ones were the best. The last 2 ones, they weren't good, man. They weren't good at all. That's why it's like kind of hard to even predict who won what. But like I'm just going off as like the next 2 ones, the third and the fourth one. I'm just going off as like, because like what they were doing or whatever, what really stuck it, what really brought it out. And I'm gonna say Mayweather brought the third one out more, because the way he was acting, the way he brought the money and the stripping thing out, and it brought the fans up and shit. And he wasn't stating facts though. I mean, he wasn't bringing up anything about McGregor at all, except for some curse words that came at him or whatever. But that's that. But on to the 4th round or whatever. The fourth conference or whatever. McGregor won that one. Either way, like I said, they're both fucking tired at the same time, so it's like it's hard to even fucking say it. But the 4th one and shit, McGregor won it because everybody's his fucking fan down there. He was basically near his own town or his own home or whatever. So that's that. McGregor won that. That's everybody. That's all my opinions on each conference so far. It's funny as hell how Mayweather was going to Danny White or whatever, talking about, I fucks with you basically, and we don't have to wear suits and shit. He said in every single conference about the suit thing with Danny White and everything. And that's part of the bragging I was talking about. He was just talking about himself and shit like that, and he wasn't really saying what he was going to do in the match, into the boxing match or whatever, besides knocking McGregor out and shit like that. But it was just funny, like how McGregor brought out in the 4th round about his juice heads, or he said, "You got these fucking juice heads coming after me and this and that," and he was just coming off about his bodyguards, Mayweather's bodyguards and shit, and the way he's such a bitch and this and that. But yeah, it was so funny. That's why I said McGregor won that one, because he brought the fire too at the last part. But Mayweather at the last part knew he was hated into the fucking conference, the 4th one. So he was just yelling at the fans or whatever, telling them to get you louder and shit like that. You guys watched it, I know you did, so you guys already know. But when I want to bring up everything else or whatever, I want to bring up more or whatever, but I can't because YouTube wants to have this corny rule with the limit of how long videos can be or whatever. But I'm gonna make another video of this topic that everybody wants to bring up in the media and everything, and you guys all know about it. It's the biggest thing that people want to talk about besides the fight. Yeah, that's it. I guess I gotta hurry up and wrap this up because I gotta just put this up or whatever. But I'll be having another video talking about the match or whatever, and who I think will win and stuff like that. But always subscribe. Thank you.